7:34. I am very honored to have a guest on the phone with me this morning, John Brunner, who you've probably heard and seen a lot of. John, who is a candidate for the primary next Tuesday for the U.S. Senate seat. John, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, I have to tell you, I've interviewed a lot of the candidates, and I guess I would come up front and tell you that I have a personal bias for a candidate as yourself, because this is the first time you've ever run for anything, so you're not one of those, I guess you could call professional politicians?
Well, you're exactly right. I call careerists or career politicians. You know, they continue to run for office year after year after year, and my two opponents, Congressman Aiken's been running for 24 years, and, Treasurer Steelman, she ran for state senator, and then she ran for state treasurer, then she ran for governor, now she's running for senator. We have to get people with real-world experience, decades of experience in here, hopefully some background in business or agriculture or manufacturing, so we can solve these very difficult problems and get Missouri, get America working again.
Now, I got to ask you a question. You're a successful businessman. I think everybody pretty much knows you've done well for yourself, made a lot of money. Why in the world would you want to do this? And we talked briefly off air that your schedule is crazy. Sometimes you'll get in at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning from a campaign stop, and you'll be back up at 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Why in the world would you do that? Why can't you just go down and retire to Florida?
That sounds pretty good at times, but, I haven't always been successful. People feel that, you look at the end of the road. I've been very, very fortunate, very grateful for the opportunities I've had. And, I started off in this business career, leaving the Marine Corps, convincing my wife that a styrofoam cooler on the back porch would be great because it was still January, February, and March, and then instead of buying dresser drawers and things to keep our clothes, we had plenty of good ammo boxes I brought with me in the Marine Corps. So, we've seen these issues. I've been on the plant floor for over 30 years. We've worked together as a family. And you come to a point in your life, you look at your kids and your grandkids, and it just is, I tell you, folks, it's a sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the opportunities we've had in this great country. I was grateful for my dad's service in the Navy in World War II, and I jumped into the Marine Corps. I see people working so hard, hanging on by their fingernails, and I see these career politicians who have failed to do the job, and they've taken care of their careers, they have their pensions, they have their benefits, and it's time to break up this gridlock of career politicians. I tell folks, if you support not me, but my cause, the cause we all believe in getting America working again, you can eliminate 3 career politicians, 2 in the Republican Party and 1 in the Democratic Party.
It's that simple. Now, let me ask you this. As far as what's going on right now, your campaign has gotten a little bit of national attention because of the fact that you're running against, ultimately, if you win next week on Tuesday, the primary, you will face Claire McCaskill in the general in November. And she has been coming right after you already, which a lot of the national pundits have seen this race as a really interesting race because apparently they're trying to, at least the Democrats, are trying to influence the Republican primary because they want to go after who they think is the easy candidate, and essentially they've sort of deemed you as the tough candidate.
Well, it's exactly right. This is absolutely unprecedented. We had no idea that this was coming. I don't think anyone in the whole country understood what was happening. But it's not just Claire McCaskill, but it's Harry Reid and his majority PAC. 2 nights ago, they've doubled down on TV advertising, over $2 million here in the last week in this campaign. I'm watching the Olympics last night. Well, I'm not watching them. Frankly, I'm studying about tax reform. I'm listening in the other room and going through Tom Coburn's book and preparing and working hard. And I overhear this attack ad on me that's despicable. There's lies, innuendos, half-truths. These people are desperate. They're desperate to get rid of a person that's going to break up the system, a person who's never run for office before. And Claire McCaskill and Harry Reid are scared to death that if I come in, it's going to be such a clear difference. If I'm not the nominee, then it's a matter of 3, one career politician against another career politician. And our country is in tough shape right now. We don't need that. So it is unbelievable. And, of course, I get the attacks from my Republican opponents. That's expected. Also the half-truths. These people are desperate to keep their political careers. And I'm desperate to get the country working again. So that's the main difference.
You go home at night and think to yourself, okay, why is everybody picking on me? Why did I do this?
Well, I tell you what, I served in the Marine Corps, though I was never called into combat, but you're ready to serve. I volunteered for for Desert Storm at the ripe old age of 39, and I volunteered to get into a lot of situations to help children that were abused at a Christian youth ranch, to help children that were physically disabled. I've been on the mission field, and I always had this heart to serve. And yeah, you know, it would be easy. It would be really easy to prop up. It would be easy to drop my books and my study and walk over to the living room and actually sit down and watch the Olympics as opposed to just hear it. But, folks, these are tough times, and there's people that are desperately working harder than me to save their jobs and their family farms. They're worried about their kids and their future. These are times to get involved and get engaged, and I'm encouraged as I got across the state. I see so many people working so hard. So I'm just doing my small part to help out. That's all it is.
John Brunner, candidate, a Republican candidate in the primary next week for U.S. Senate. Contact information if somebody wants to get a hold of you, website?
Website, www.johnbrunner.com, johnbrunner.com. It's so important to get out there and vote, folks. You got a clear choice. You know, if we just ask these career politicians to go home and bring people with real-world experience in to solve the problem, I'll be able to join people like Ron Johnson, never ran for office before in Wisconsin. He's doing a great job. Tom Coburn, a good medical doctor, business guy. There's people up there. Just say, send in a little bit more help, and we'll get the job done. I appreciate that chance to pass this message on to all these wonderful listeners here in Missouri.
John, appreciate it. We will wish you luck next Tuesday.
Thank you very much. Take care.
740.